Welcome everyone to game number 4 in Masters of Socotra 2 Grand Final between Mr. Yo and Vinchester. Here we have Mr. Yo with the Mongols versus Vinchester with the Goths. And we're back in Capture 8. We're going to try this again, and it's so difficult and so laggy, but the stats, the scoreboard, the features here are just so nice. Although I don't understand what's going on, you can see it's just not as smooth. Now, the Mongols on this map, they should be able to get a much faster feudal time. The Goths, though, instant loom. So you should see already the villager numbers for each player are it's going to be Vinchester. He's going to be up a villager and able to do a little more efficient laming as he heads forward to do so with instant loom, 8 to 7 in the villager numbers, and already shooting down the ostrich of Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo, however, in the blue, headed over here to find some damage on Vinchester. However, Vinchester, he's already out here taking the ostrich and headed for it to do some boxing. No, not gonna happen. Then Mr. Yo walling up this villager, dropping a house, trying to keep it safe. And these two scouts, Mr. Yo has the advantage there. Let's see what's going on with Vinchester's villager that is forward, running around, not finding a whole lot of damage, just doing his thing. So happy to see that. And over here, this villager looking to escape, try and escape anyway. Oh, the lion is going to be helping Mr. Yo. Wildlife on the side of Mr. Yo, but the fight not so much. As yeah, that villager should escape. The scouts now very close on hit points, although Mr. Yo is still with an advantage on that. Mr. Yo, 11 to 10 still for Vinchester and Eco, as there's not been any villagers killed. This flying very annoyingly, forcing this villager back from Vinchester completely unnecessarily. And this villager forward, this villager still looking for something to do, not accomplishing anything as of yet. However, Mr. Yo was unable to deny the ostrich for Vinchester as oh now he is. Okay. That's what he's doing up here with this villager. As this scout is dangerously close to going down for Vinchester, it does go down. So the scout goes down for Vinchester. Mr. Yo still has 12 hit points left on his. As Mr. Yo or Vinchester, he's finished up eating the elephant, heads out to eat the ostrich as they decay on the ground as fast as possible. On the other side, the ostrich already decaying, well decayed for Mr. Yo. So that's going to be some more food available to Vinchester in this game. And Vinchester, if you didn't know this about Vinchester, he loves his Goths play. He's always played Goths when other players don't. He loves to play Goths. He's always been a big fan of them on any map, and this is a map where everybody loves to play Goths. However, the berries getting completely walled in by Mr. Yo. Vinchester needs to be aware of that, and he's not. So I take it back. The extra food from these ostriches is not going to make up for the fact that he won't have any berries. Okay, he's got lots of goats left. And Mr. Yo's running out. Oh, but Vinchester doing the same thing. I take it back. Once again, I have to take up back my comments. As Vinchester also walling in the berries of Yo. Now, Yo, as soon as he sees this, and he does see it, he needs to be headed forward to deny this. And Vinchester's going to get these walls denied, and Mr. Yo will still be able to take these berries, whereas these berries are completely walled in by Mr. Yo. Vinchester will not be able to take his berries, whereas Mr. Yo will still be able to take his berries to a great degree. These walls do not have any hits on them whatsoever. So this end of the berries will still be able to be taken and squeezing through into there. And Vinchester, he has discovered this. But as we saw, in a low elo legend game by T90, and you do want to see this. I'm sure it'll be on YouTube. On Socotra, houses get wrecked by villagers. So check T90's YouTube for that excellent game. That you'll want to see houses just get wrecked by villagers. So this house going down, Mr. Yo is now housed. See, that house did not work out. Vinchester now able to take the berries with a little bit of idle time and housing Mr. Yo, who just goes ahead, clicks on up the feudal edge, not even bothering to deal with any of that, just clicks on up the feudal age, heading on up, and dropping his own town center, knock down some of these weak wall foundations, and taking berries. So Winchester, not yet on the way to feudal age. Much faster to feudal age for Mr. Yo. However, Winchester with a lot more food, not having to switch into farms as fast, even though he already is making farms. So that's interesting. A little bit difference of approach. Now the Goths. What do you see from the Goths later in the game? What do you see from the Mongols? I think you want castles with both civilizations. I think this game is going to play into the castle age. It's going to be about castles. Now in the feudal age, it's going to be about archers and skirms, just like always. But these two players are so good, so close in skill level, that I don't think it's going to end there. I think it's going to make it on up to the castle age for both players. As both players just getting their way up the feudal. Now Mr. Yo is way ahead. Not even close to the feudal age. And this could be game ending. Like this is one of those deals that's so bad for Winchester this much later to the feudal age. But you expect it against the Mongols, but not at 22 up. I think this could be devastating as the archer ranges. Archer range and blacksmith already up, so this is going to be quick pressure. It's going to be archers on the way out right away, fletching on the way out right away to try to do a lot of pressure. Mr. Yo Winchester walling this area up. He realizes, hey, I've got to buy myself, 30 seconds, a minute. I've got to buy myself time. Basically, walling Mr. Yo in. Wow, those are some aggressive wall attempts. The archers are now coming out. Mr. Yo dropping a tower. Winchester, he's going to drop a tower of his own right away. He's just trying to buy himself as much time as possible to get these berries. Oh, this is nice. See, drop it here, and the villagers are already out here beating away on this tower. But there's an archer here doing some real damage. An archer with fletching. No archery range on the way yet for Winchester. As he's focusing on this tower, he needs to get an archery range up. I would love to see an archery range up. This tower, this is bad. This is bad. Eco KD 0 to 2 in favor of Mr. Yo. However, this tower, is it going to hold? And an archer range and blacksmith now coming up for Winchester, but he's going to be behind in military. 3 to 0, so he's going to be like 5-7 behind in military. Is he going to be able to? It looks like he's switching off the villagers. These tower fights are just so crazy. I got tower rushed the other day by the Koreans. So for the first time, I've really played against somebody who could do a Korean tower rush, and I got to castle age. I liked my position, made knights, and then realized, hey, I'm stuck, surrounded by a ring of guard towers. It's tough. Now this villager has got to go down for Winchester. Well, no, he's keeping it up for now, and trading it off. Is it going to hops inside the tower? Such a good play, as Winchester has just traded off these villagers until all of them are now damaged. 4 to 2 in the military, and the tower goes down. So successful tower defense by Winchester, who's going to add those two wall sections back. He might even try to finish up these walls. Yes, he does. This villager headed over here to try to finish up these walls, giving him continued access to his berries, and not much else there, just his berries, and annoying these areas. However, here we go. You see the 4 skirmishers on this side, missing 4 archers, getting into the back of Winchester's base, looking for those lumberjacks. Guess what they're going to find? Nothing. They're going to do a little damage here. These 4 skirmishers headed forward, they're not going to find any damage either. Going to get on that gold, try to do some damage there. 5 skirmishers, the 5 archers, and the scout, and these archers doing damage, forcing the villagers to top on this side now. Not a whole lot of damage, but some annoyance. And the scout, the scout has like no hit points left, so not a big deal there on the scout. The villagers, though, pushing away the skirmishers. Skirmishers don't do a lot of damage. Even with fletching, skirmishers have, 3 attack, and villagers have 2 armor. So they're doing 1 damage a shot to the villagers. These archers running away, 2 skirmishers there to push them away. And it looks like the pros tend to agree on this fletching instead of armor for skirms. I had been told, I don't remember by who, that you want armor on the skirms right off the bat instead of fletching. And these guys who are so good at micro, they disagree with that. They want fletching to do the extra damage. Now, fletching doesn't add any damage against villagers, so that's an interesting. But it does add a range. It's for the micro range, not for the damage. It's for the one range. Archers coming in the front. The military 9 to 9. However, scouts out for the Mongol player. These scouts are going to cause some real issues. KD 6 to 5 in favor of Winchester for now, as he pushes away the archers. But the scout's going to push his units right away. So it's going to be skirmisher spearman versus scout archer. And it really just comes down to the micro, the way it's played. But Winchester has. Okay, there are a good number of archers out. They're just not right here for Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo, trying to put up another tower here, successfully puts up another tower. But the spearman just going to waltz right underneath of it. The skirmishers waltz underneath of it. A lot of pressure being put on Mr. Yo's base by Winchester this time. As both players, just doing their best to gain map control and try to get ahead of the opponent. And this little pen for the berry is so nice as Winchester is able to take it. Similar thing over here, the berry running out for Mr. Yo, and I think Winchester actually more successfully rolled it off as far as an annoyance factor. But Mr. Yo forcing Winchester out of his base, going to protect this area, going to get there, and so that means he wins this tower fight because, I just have to, I assume it does. He's able to repair, and Winchester not so much able to repair. 7 to 8 military. Scouts are just a much stronger unit as far as hit points. They have 45 hit points when they're full HP. The spearmen also have 45. They get shot down a little worse by the archers. Actually, it's just skirmishers for the most part. Most players do 5 archers. Okay, see the archers sitting in that tower, adding firepower to this tower, whereas over here we have villagers. So villagers idling. Winchester though, wow, I wasn't paying attention. 4, 5, 6, 7 villagers ahead. 7 villagers ahead for Winchester with an relatively even military count. 7 villagers ahead. Over here, Mr. Yo on stone. He needs to transition onto this gold. That's one of those mining camps. We love to see them. They're just so beautiful. Transitioning onto gold. Mr. Yo doing the right moves, but Winchester, he wants to take this hill. He wants to take the middle of the map, and I do like to see this. This middle of the map is going to be so important. Now, Mr. Yo, he's not going to be happy about this. He is going to do something about it, and he drops a tower of his own. Mr. Yo forces Winchester back. Now, Mr. Yo deletes his own tower. Didn't build it. Now he decides to build it, realizing Winchester didn't give up. He just repositioned this hill between the players. It's so important. On this hill controls 1, 2, 3, 4 golds. 4 golds. Each player would have some golds up here as well, but 4 of the golds on the map are controlled by this hill. Winchester wants that control. Does not want to give it up to Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo dropping a tower. He knows he needs this gold. This is really the main gold that he is able to take. Yeah, he'll be able to get this one, I'm sure. But that's annoying to take. There's walls in the way. There's the potential for a tower back here to deny that. That's not safe. It's not secure. This gold is the one that Mr. Yo really wants. Dropping a tower, protecting that gold. Now both players, Winchester, I would say closer to the castle age. 8 villagers ahead. The Eco KD is 6 to 2 in favor of Winchester. The Idle Town Center, Mr. Yo has a minute more. Idle Town Center, another tower dropped. I like it. You want this area really, really locked down. So you can drop a castle. We know what Winchester wants to do. We've seen him do it. He's going to drop a castle on this as soon as he gets the castle age, and he's almost ready to click up. He doesn't have any gold, but he's going to drop this mining camp and take this gold, get up, and he's up. Winchester is up to castle age. Mr. Yo, not even close. If I had to call this game right now, at this very moment, I would call this game for Winchester. He's got an equal military count. Now, the military numbers, they could go either way. The fight would really determine how it goes because there's a lot of counters. The micro is so important in a fight like this. And Mysterio is not going to miss micro that. Winchester, not going to miss micro that. So, an even military count. You have. Oh, what's going on up here? So, these skirmishers headed up here. Scouts, they're trying to get rid of this tower. Uh, Not happening as of yet, but Vinchester Mysterio realizes the importance of this area of the map now that he's lost control of this area of the map. Faster to the castle edge. Mysterio still not on the way. Now he's on the way. Mysterio now on the way. A minute and a half later to the castle edge. Winchester, he's stacking up the stone. You can see. We already know what he's going to do. He's going to drop a castle right in the middle of the map. Now he's going to find another stone. He's going to take this one, which is a little risky. Has to be that one, right? I don't see any others. So he'll be headed over there, getting ready to make knights. I just love the position for Manchester. This is a setback. Running out of stone there is a setback. That means the castle is delayed. However, Winchester was able to save this tower and keeps this area of the map also somewhat locked down, secured. Two towers up here full of units to shoot back whatever. Winchester now up to the castle edge. He's going to be buying his way up. He didn't go over the stone. He just wants the stone as fast as possible. Bought 100 stone for 172 gold. He's going to keep buying. Selling food for gold, putting the gold in. He's got the stone. The castle. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He is not messing around. He wants this castle not just to secure the hill, but to secure the entire base of Mr. Yo. The armies. Winchester, you gotta jump your army out here. You can't just sit your army inside. Yes, you can. You have knights out. I forgot about the knights. So that's really big. However, that's two towers putting out a lot of arrows. Three towers putting out a lot of arrows. But Winchester takes this. He's losing villagers, but so is Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo is losing villagers almost as fast. Eco 6-7 in favor of Mr. Yo as this castle now is up. Taking out all of Mr. Yo's base. Mr. Yo, castle into good game. Now this game is now 2-2. Even game. Wow. What a play by Winchester. So cleanly executed. This final is going the distance, people. Going the distance. 21 skirms versus 21 skirms. Just better fights. Let's check the statistics and see how this went. Military. How did it all go down? Winchester with a tiny bit better military control, but it was the towers. Every game has been the towers. Who wins these tower fights? Who gets map control? Who gets up to Castle Age first? That macro was so clean by Winchester. You can see better food and Wood Eco able to get up to the Castle Age first. And it started all the way back in the Dark Age with Winchester able to save more of his food with getting those ostrich, whereas Mr. Yo was unable to get those ostriches or ostrich, whatever it is, unable to gather his. So he had to make farms earlier. He was faster up to feudal, but that food ran out, and he was unable to keep the villager production and the military production and the tower fighting going all at the same time. Whereas Winchester was a little better able to do that. You can see 50 to 44 in the villagers. Both of them lost about the same number of villagers there. So that's mostly idle time. And our APM stats, Winchester 81 APM. Just winning that game with that beautiful castle drop there at the end. GG 2-2 in this best of 7 grand finals in Masters of Socotra 2 between Mr. Yo and Winchester. Thanks for watching this game.